Global Entrepreneurship Week is really more of a celebration. And ideally, we want to highlight all the entrepreneurs that are in that city, in that region, doing amazing work. We also want to be able to provide more of a watering hole. How do we bring all these investors, stakeholders, entrepreneurs together in various settings throughout the week to connect with each other, to learn, and ideally promote the community forward.
What are some ideas for our partners out there who may be wanting to get started but don't know what event to start with?
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be as complicated. It could be something as simple as maybe having a panel session with different stakeholders on different topics. Maybe you want to do a skills building workshop for designers or developers. Just the other day, somebody was saying, oh, well, we want to have a panel discussion on some of the initiatives that government is doing to help our entrepreneurs. So in that case, how do we bring resources and attention to those resources to the community so that in case they want to do a startup, they can take benefit of that. Others can be more complex if you want. Let's say one of our partners is Techstars. They're doing Techstars Global Startup Weekend, for example. So if that's already happening, that's a community event right there.
And Global Startup Weekend is a great global event that people can bring into their cities, and that takes potential founders through the entire entrepreneurial process. And how it's a very short time frame. How long is that?
Right. It's more of it's a 54-hour program. Basically, it helps anyone with a startup idea take it from concept to creation in just 54 hours with access to coaches, mentors. So that one's more of a complex one, but again, it doesn't have to be that complex. It could be something as simple as a panel session. If you're at a university, maybe some student groups are already doing events, so that could fold into the week celebration as long as they focus around entrepreneurship in some way.
Who are some stakeholders that they should be paying attention to? What kinds of community organizations should they approach first? Like local chambers of commerce. What are some ideas that you have for that?
So it runs the gamut. There is no one central it's definitely a chamber of commerce or it's definitely government. It just ranges across cities.
So definitely reaching out to us first to see maybe who's already involved with Global Entrepreneurship Week that we have contact information for. We'll connect them, and then we can get started from there. Is that
yeah?
Okay, perfect.
And the great thing about our stakeholders and our community is that again we're trying to build that inclusive mindset. So there's no everything goes through one person. It's the community coming together and getting involved.
Why is GEW a great way to unite and to strengthen local ecosystems? And I think part of that is we think of GEW as just a week-long celebration. It's just 7 days, and whatever events fit within those 7 days, that's GEW. But it really is more than that. Can you talk a little bit about that, please?
I think one of the foundations of a thriving community is just building trust with one another, knowing who the other stakeholders are. So GEW is that way to get everybody together and talking and engaging. So you're building trust with amazing entrepreneurs, with amazing directors of co-working spaces. So you're building your network. They're getting to know you and you're getting to know them. So you're growing your network by doing this. Everybody actually is growing their network. But all that engagement that happens, okay, how many should we do? 5 days, 7 days? Who should we reach out to? Joining the network, who do we rope in? You're all building that relationship, and usually it takes time, right, to build trust with people. So this is one of the ways to, I guess, jumpstart that relationship building, both on the stakeholder side, but also for your community. Realize that you're bringing together entrepreneurs, investors, other stakeholders together, and you're giving them a platform to engage. So now everybody's starting to get to know each other more. So you're turbocharging that networking process.
That entrepreneurship and economic development within your local city or your local area is a common denominator. I feel like that's one of the messages that you're saying, that
right.
Entrepreneurship really is kind of a great unifier for not just globally but within city ecosystems.
Exactly, and you're also letting people know that there's a community just like them who are interested in ideas, in creating new ventures, and that they're not alone. So it's also creating that therapeutic sense that there's a network here that I can tap into, and this is something I may want to do.